All right, it's Thursday morning. I enjoyed my zero. It was raining today, so I tried to stay another night, but the town is booked up. There's a convention or something in town. So I'm gonna walk down to the Circle K, get a fountain Diet Coke, and see if I can get a shuttle to the trailhead, or if I can just get a ride from somebody stopping to get gas. It's 11:30. The rain has pretty much stopped. Everything's wet, but I'm getting back onto the trail. I'm going to try to keep my feet dry, but I don't know how long that's going to be able to last. Talked to some other hikers and they said the trail's pretty well flooded. I'll do my best. Water shouldn't be a problem for the next couple of days. Looking a little foamy. Still going up. Gone a couple of miles. Just barely got one of my feet wet. It's getting kind of foggy and the wind's picking up. There's a big uphill coming, so I don't know. Kind of cool, as in temperature wise. And my clothes are still dry. So let's see how this works out. It's early afternoon, but there's a shelter here and the rocks are slick as heck, and I've got a steep uphill with stone steps. So I think I'm gonna go check out this shelter and maybe settle down while my clothes are still dry. I think I'm gonna get some water because this looks pretty clear. All right, Bald Plate Shelter, got a dry spot. Ranger Randy, who I met months ago, is here. And we both think that slippery rocks are a bad idea. So I'm gonna make a fire. I'm gonna eat my first dinner, and then in a little while I'll eat my second dinner. And just enjoy a fire on a cold, misty day. I don't have to do big miles every day. It's 8 o'clock. It was cold, foggy, and wet this morning. And I was warm and dry underneath my blanket. So I wasn't in a hurry to get up, and nobody else in the shelter was either. And then something about the cold and wet's just taking the fight out of me. So getting a late start. Hopefully things start to dry out so I'm not slipping all up the mountain. And gonna get some water and get going. All right, heading up now. 0.8 miles, 1,000 foot of elevation gain to, was it West Bald Peak Mountain? This is the trail. Why am I carrying water uphill when water is flowing everywhere? This is Bald Pate West Peak. And I saw a little bit of blue sky at 8 o'clock this morning, but not right now. Anyway, a little down, a little bit more up. Time to get after it. In between the East Peak and the West Peak of Bald Pate Mountain. Not much of a view, but it's still cool up here. Going up the East Peak of Bald Pate. And the rocks aren't as slick as I thought they'd be, but they are a little bit slick. And I came up from down there. Down from the East Peak, and I was just out of the clouds and they just blew back in. All right, let me hurry up. You can see a little bit over there. I'll try again later. Here's the Fry Notch lean-to. A little bit of a fine place for me to try to get to yesterday, but as I said, I was just tired. Now, I think I got like a 500-foot climb up Surplus Mountain. Haven't taken a clip for a little bit. Trail's been kind of chill, although these roots are slick, and if you're not watching, they'll still throw you on your butt. Sun came out. It's a nice day. I still feel kind of drowsy, but doing better. Not going fast just because I'm having to pick my steps carefully, but hoping tomorrow I wake up full of pep and ready to go. Done Cascades, and I'm supposed to be able to cross around here somewhere. Yep, there's a blaze up there. Gonna stop and get some water, maybe eat a snack, and then it's time for me to start going uphill again. This is Surplus Pond. I think the guide says it's a beaver pond, but it looks pretty nice for a beaver pond. It's got lily pads on it, and there. One has a flower on it. Alright, I've got more uphill to do. Trying to get up over Wyman Mountain before I make camp. Coming up from that way. And I don't believe in jinxes, but this climb up Wyman has been the most gentle and chillest climb that I've had in weeks. I feel like I got that energy back that I didn't have this morning. Gonna be at the top here in a little while. This a little bit of downhill to the shelter. Today's ending much better than it started. Trail's even starting to dry out a little bit. I really don't need any water right now. But with the rain, there's a nice little spring right there. But I'm almost at the top of Wyman Mountain and just a couple miles from where I plan to make camp, and I think there's water there. So I'm at the top of Wyman Mountain, and I'm sure that there's going to be a view around here somewhere. But this has been the most pleasant climb of any peak I've had for weeks, maybe more, maybe months. So, like a mile and a half to the shelter. Came up from that way. And this is the Hall Mountain Shelter. Looks like I've got it to myself. It's 5:45. And I know I always used to be about, not camping before 6. Make an exception today. All right, 8 o'clock, another late start. I find now that I'm in Maine, I want to finish, but I'm not in a hurry to be done. So that drive that used to have me waking up at 4 and starting at 5 with the headlamp, not doing it. Trail's still pretty wet. In the next 3 miles, I've got like 1,300 up after doing 1,600 of down. Got 30 miles to Rangeley in my next resupply, and 62 miles to Stratton. That's whereas I'm stopping at Rangeley, I don't think I'll be able to charge batteries or upload videos. So Stratton will be the next place that I stay the night and get stuff like that taken care of. Kind of hazy out there today. That's Sawyer Notch that I'm going down into, and that is Moody Mountain that has rock slides. And I'll be going up that next. But that's not going to be my big climb of the day. The big climb of the day is going to be Old Blue Mountain. This is Sawyer Brook at the bottom of Sawyer Notch. Gonna get some water. And then in the next 1.3 miles, I've got 1,329 foot of up going up Moody Mountain. So, knew it was going to be steep. But they put in a bunch of stone steps. So the legs are burning a little bit, but it's not like it's sketchy or anything. This is the top of Moody Mountain. Not much of a view. I had a good place to sit. Took a break. Now I get a downhill. Looks like it could be steep. Steep uphill as I start up Old Blue Mountain. This is Black Brook Notch. And so I guess this is the Black Brook. Got a little bit more color to it than I expected. And there's stepping stones, but I'm not sure how I'm getting to them. Hopefully I can make it across with dry feet. Well, I made it across with dry feet. I don't know how long of a break I needed, but I took a while. It's quarter till noon. In the next 2.8 miles, I'm going to do 2,200 foot of elevation gain up Old Blue Mountain. Then in 12 miles is Bethel Mountain Road, I think. But once I get over Old Blue, it looks like I should be fairly easy cruising on all the way down. Then tomorrow doesn't look too bad all the way to Rangeley. What I didn't notice until just now looking is that the next half mile has 810 foot of elevation gain, so it's going to be steep. My pack feels heavier than it ought to. I've only got one night's worth of food left in it. All right, no more messing around. Time to get it. This is still that first half mile. How's that for a view? Down there you can see the Black Brook where I got water. I don't think I'm quite at that half mile mark yet. I'm going slow. About a half mile from the top. There's flowing water in the trail, so I drank the last of what I had and scooped up enough for another bottle. Quarter mile from the top. Water's still flowing. Some spots are steep enough they put rungs in for us. It's 2 o'clock. This is the peak of Old Blue Mountain. I know 2 o'clock makes it sound like it took me 2 hours and 15 minutes to climb. I got distracted because their cell phone signal about halfway up the mountain. So I'm going to find a shady spot to sit down and take a break. 10 miles to where I want to make camp. On the elevation profile, it doesn't look all that rough. So hopefully that's the case and I can make it there before dark. Still going up. Maybe this is the peak over here. Well, I have been making good time. Trail had been pretty chill. And then get to climb rocks. Here's a view marked on the map. Got a little bench here. A little bit of downhill before some up. So I'm gonna sit down. So I went over Bemis Mountain. I was expecting a nice, chill, gradual downhill. The path keeps throwing these little stacks of rocks for us to go over. Not cool trail. Sun's getting low, but I still plan to hike for a couple more hours. There's so much water everywhere, I'm pretty sure I could find a spot to camp anywhere. I think that's Bemis Mountain. Maybe that's it over there. Anyway, I was over there just a little while ago. Maybe that's Old Blue. And this is Bemis' second peak. Maybe that's it over there. Not a bad way to end the day. Okay, I'm having a little bit of trouble making miles because there's blueberries all over this place. And I came down from that way, going down that way. Looks pretty easy right now, doesn't it? There's Crunk going across. This is the Bemis Brook, and hoping to find a flat spot to camp over there. It's about 8 o'clock. Sorry. 6:30, I'm breaking camp. It's a cool morning, 14 miles to town. At Main 17, let me see if I can get this right. Moosluk-Maguntic Lake. Is that lake over there? There's some clouds out there. I was just over there yesterday. Getting most of the climbing of the day done early. Going over Spruce Mountain. Did about 920 foot in a mile. It's not my only climb of the day, but I think that's my biggest climb of the day. So hopefully I can make it to Rangeley nice and early. Here's Long Pond. Clearer water than I've seen in a lot of ponds. Sandy beach. It is very long. I am not taking a dip because I don't do cold water. This is Piper Mountain. It's gonna be the high point of my day, just under 3,000 foot. Got cell phone service, so I'm gonna call ahead and see if I can arrange to have a bunk whenever I get to town. And I think I've done, it's 10:30, I think I've done about 7 miles and have about 7 miles left. So, not bad. This is Little Swift River Pond. I was hoping for a nice sandy shore like the last one had, so I could rinse off my foot where I found some mud. I'm not sure that's going to work here. I'm about a mile out of town, or away from the road. That over there is Saddleback Mountain. I'm going to go over it tomorrow. I can wait until I've had a chance to go down, resupply, and eat. Maybe a shower and a shave would be a good idea. Just came from up there. On the elevation profile, it looks like a nice gentle walk down into town, but it's starting off steep. At Main Route 4, somebody had trail magic left out for me. Already ate the banana. Since I didn't have any snacks today, that really hit the spot. And I've got about a quarter-mile walk to the hiker hut, where hopefully I can get a bunk and a ride into town, where I plan to eat a lot of food and buy enough food to make it to Stratton. Here are the accommodations. No electricity, no top sheet. So if you need that stuff, you better go into town. But they will give me a ride to town so that I can use Wi-Fi and charge devices after I get a shower. Here are the grounds of the hiker hut. Me and Crunk are in here. Now I'm gonna go down and get a shower. Here is the shower. On-demand hot water. Mirror to shave, ambiance,